Hey, welcome to another episode of the Red Delicious Boys.
Welcome to another episode of the Red Delicious Boys.
I swear
podcast.
to God, you lobster gimp boy.
Stop calling me that.
Yeah, so fun fact, we're getting some feedback from people from our school now. Listen, I got
Really?
some,
Joshua Cuts.
Well, yeah, I knew that. She's gonna be pissed when he finds out that we're doing an episode without a guest star.
Shrivo.
We've done
Shariza.
episodes.
He's like,
without
nice
guests.
podcast.
No, but like he wanted to guest star, and we were all gonna do a watch along of the Nicolas Cage Wicker Man movie.
I'd be down for that, but we can't have like the audio in the background or we get sued. But otherwise, I do a commentary
Fun
episode.
fact: I posted something on Instagram that included music that was copyrighted, and I got copyrighted.
Well, what did you? What
It
did
was
you?
a meme. I forget what the song was.
You can't tell we're all kind of sick because of John, so you know.
Because
You're
John
welcome.
coughed in each of our mouths individually.
As bees flew out. So yeah, I can other things like a couple people told me it's actually pretty decent. Like I think Alex said it. I think
Which Alex?
Shrivo.
There's two
Yes.
Alexes. Okay.
And Sophia said it's good, but I don't like hearing your voices.
I think that's actually a pretty backhanded compliment. I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
podcast. There's nothing else to enjoy about it.
and I was like, how she listen? She was like, I got to the point where it's like, oh, Star Wars. I stopped listening.
Because we do talk a lot about Star Wars.
That's true. Leading to my great segue, Star Wars news.
Wow.
Oh, I'm getting better at these segues. Okay, from a certain point of view, I think we talked about this last week, but now their more names are getting announced, like Claudia Gray, the author of Bloodline and Leia, and I Lost Stars, writing a Qui-Gon Jinn story about his perspective as a Force Ghost in New Hope.
There's a story about Quagmire.
We're also getting one as Obi-Wan dies.
You already said that?
I don't know, did I say last week?
Yep.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, because you showed me the picture on Twitter.
Interesting.
You just screamed in my face as you scrolled through all these pictures of Star Wars point of views.
Alright, well, the mouse story is going to be my favorite. Same thing with the trash monster. Okay. Let's kind of shut down then. Okay, I'm trying to find my notes. Here we go. So, Han Solo has teased the inclusion of the Kessel Run. Of course, we're going to see it. It's the most famous scene ever showed in a Star Wars movie.
Never showed.
I said never shown.
Okay.
In the Mines of Kessel, where he did... Han Solo is pretty much a coke dealer. No one really addresses that. Spice is the drug of the Star Wars universe. No one talks about that. Like,
We're too afraid to bring it up.
he's a bad dude. Like, he's making a lot of money off people addicted to spice. Also, whoever she's playing, the girl from Game of Thrones, Emilia Clarke, is wrapped on the Han Solo film. And Peel points out, too, Ron Howard looks like the grown-up version of the guy from Mad Magazine,
Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred E. Newman.
Wasn't Ron Howard on the Andy Griffith Show?
Yeah.
Because I saw that in like one of those little Netflix trivia bubbles, and I was like, oh my god, I never knew this.
Yeah, he was a young little boy. He was also in George Lucas's American Graffiti with one Harrison Ford.
Can't wait for the remake of that where they kill Harrison Ford.
I just wanted to be a racer. He shoots himself at the end of the first 5 minutes. Okay. Let's punch all the Star Wars news. This turns out this to be a kind of a shortened episode because we're all little sick boys. I'm taking a little nap and have shorter render time because this takes literally to get this podcast up. We go over an hour usually. It takes like I start rendering like after we finish and it's usually finished rendering like 5 in the morning the next day. It takes a while and then uploading to YouTube and up to iTunes. Yeah. Okay. Go on tangent there, but what news we got? CW news. World War II Earth 10X, whatever, is going to be the Invasion crossover.
Yeah.
I'll let John talk about this first. Give his thoughts.
Why me? I
Because
usually
you're
You're wearing a Reverse Flash T-shirt.
Yeah, you're the biggest CW fan.
You're holding a
probably.
Flash Funko Pop.
I'm usually just the one who bounces off of other people's comments.
Too bad.
Well, you can lead us into it, John. You can give your
I
opinion.
don't know a lot about this.
Either do I. I thought I kind of seen that you had like read up on it for some reason. Okay, well, it's Earth 10X, I believe. They are Nazi versions of themselves. Maybe Sandman will still be in it.
I think someone said that. Oh wait, yeah, no, never mind. You saw it. Never mind. It's from a bad source. Never mind.
It's from World of Flash.
Yeah, it is.
Eunice.
Well, this is a fair point, though. It would make sense that Roy would be back.
Mm-hmm.
Because Colton Haynes did say that Roy will be back very soon.
Minamo as Eunice.
So it's a fair.
It's better than Emergency Awesome's theory that it's Berlin.
Why do you still listen to Emergency Awesome?
Because he's a fun guy.
Emergency Awesome told us there was going to be a Secret Avengers movie in place of Captain America 3.
Yeah.
That's true.
I watched him when he literally had 5,000 subscribers, and he got progressively worse. Like he labels his speculation as fact.
Emergency Awesome genuinely tried to tell me that Beast would be in the MCU for Secret Avengers.
Really?
Yes. Not me. He didn't come to my house and say, Simon, Beast is going to be in the MCU, but he addressed that topic in one of his videos.
Yeah, that's a little dumb.
Mm.
Anyway, New Mutants has finished wrapping too. I'll say that too. But
I forgot that was happening.
It's gonna be an interesting take. It's gonna be like, it's a teen with superpowers at a haunted mansion. I'll stay positive about it. It's like a cast.
Because when they said it was a horror thing, I expected it to be like, kind of like a lab, like the same lab where they made X-23.
No,
Except
no. I'm pretty sure they meant like lab or like haunted mansion, like a confined space. I don't know. It's gonna be
Wait
lab.
a minute, what's going on?
if there are any ghosts, I'm going to scream.
On New Mutants, like it's like
Oh.
horror teen something.
Horror teen something.
Yeah, that's best I can describe it. Oh, look at that spike there. Okay, moving on. You know, we still talk about the Earth 10X. Leonard Snort will be back.
As a Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's
But
gonna
then
fight the
they're
Nazis.
They're gonna. He's not gonna be back for forever. He's gonna be gone the next episode, or within like that episode. Though
I disagree.
you will disagree, but it's gonna happen.
If they can bring him back to fight Nazis, they can bring him back permanently. That's a fact.
Why are
Yeah,
you
they
booing me?
can.
I'm right.
They can, but they just won't.
To be fair, it's probably because of Wentworth Miller, because he probably makes a lot more money by having his like series regular contract on all 4 series and kind of work like whenever he wants. So I kind of blame him there. So it kind of would make, I don't know, but I wanted to have the cool kill Nazis. I find it kind of weird though how like they put Snart on, they didn't have like Jimmy Olsen, like they didn't have like three black guys fighting Nazis or Heatwave. I wonder if Heatwave's a Nazi. I feel like he might be a Nazi.
Heatwave was definitely down in Charlottesville recently.
Yeah. Oh, Snart's not a Nazi. Snart's
I thought we were talking about Firestorm.
Snart's pansexual. I'm pretty sure they said, like he's attracted to anyone that shows like they can like handle themselves in situations.
He's
Or,
attracted to anyone on the show.
That's why he's like a Sarah, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do people just ship that still? I don't know.
I kind of forgot about it.
Let Wentworth Miller be whoever he wants to be. He's a great actor. Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. It could be pretty cool.
I hope they don't
Yeah.
tone down the Nazi stuff. Because that's good. That's cool and good.
In the Legends episode, they showed full swastikas.
Good.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Flash has the SS symbol on his.
I mean, I think they still could bring Sandman back for us because they'd use his mask, so maybe Sandman. Or maybe that was like the Flash thing.
It could have been the Flash thing, but in the promo, it looked like that was only like a half mask for Blitzen.
True. I hope that you bring John John to this too, because he's gotten screwed over in the crossovers. He barely had anything to do.
I thought you said JonTron.
He barely had anything to do in the
It would make sense too.
in the he wasn't even in the really like the whole cast of Supergirl got screwed in crossover.
Supergirl in general got screwed.
They weren't important, and Supergirl wasn't in the Arrow episode. So she was barely important to the plot overall.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the Music Master episode, he was in it for like 15 minutes
Yeah.
max. He's probably even lower. It was kind of like, hey, show Martian Manhunter. I want to see that. Bring Superman. Bring Jimmy Olsen. Bring the little cool guys
Yeah.
and gals. Bring her sister.
Miss Martian.
I forgot Miss Martian. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot she was in that.
Red Tornado too. What happened to him?
I think
I
the
think they destroyed Red Tornado.
I think the internet just kind of like collectively murdered him. Like we all just converged on his outfit and just beat him to the ground.
I think they just murdered, like, destroyed Red Tornado, but, like, you can just rebuild him just to be destroyed again.
Why not rebuild him, but actually
Like-
make him look nice?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
that was a leather gimbal suit, so it's like, yeah, maybe no thanks. Okay, before we continue, did you guys think of any bad movie sequels?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did.
prequel.
Bad sequels? Is this a precursor to our discussion about Kingsman 2?
Oh, I don't know. It's not the worst movie.
I haven't seen it.
I
I'm just
haven't
kidding.
seen it either.
But I don't care about spoilers,
Okay.
so if you want to talk
Yeah.
about it, you can.
David Sakurai, who is in Iron Fist. I don't know who. That show's a piece of
Sakurai?
crap. He was cast as one of
Super
Grindelwald's
Smash Bros.
henchmen in Fantastic Beasts 2.
Oh.
So, joined up scream. Ah! I can't do it. That sounds like Tom Cruise.
Tom
scream.
Cruise scream is easiest to do. Just
No.
Well, it's easier to do when you don't have a sore throat.
I know, John.
Oh, we could do Frank Cat scream. Look at his blanket. Okay, actually, the place perfect Punisher trailer.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it right now. I love the Punisher trailer. Looks real nice. Looks really good. Can't wait. How hard is it to do the family thing? Those dudes came into his house while he was in there and they shot his wife. Like,
That was a dream sequence.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
and Anderson too. They were at the park and a mob sting, or was it
Yeah.
mob
Yeah, it was a mob. Like,
Mob.
they got caught in
crossfire?
crossfire.
Yes, because that's how they did it in the comics. And like, well, when was the first Punisher movie made? Like 90s?
90s, yeah, because there's
Yeah.
still John Travolta and Dolph Lundgren. So
Because in that one, it was like a castle family reunion. The mob showed up for no reason, and they were like on the beach, and it was so bad to watch. So I'm glad they're like doing the actual origin.
a fan kick. I tried a fan kick on someone's house. They were really distracted.
He's here.
Warren, sorry. I love the trailer. I thought it's a slow burn, but it's also really violent and like, and then you got your micro in there. You got Frank Castle with an LMG. That like I was surprised when I'm like, oh, is it dream sequence? What's happening here? And then they bang, they shoot the wife down. Like, oh wow, it's really jarring. And you have a lot of war stuff. Once again, don't know why it's 13 episodes. I would have been fine with even 12. 13 always feels a little too much by the end of each Netflix episode. Or at each Netflix series, maybe 10 episodes. I think 10 episodes would be a good number.
Yeah.
I
8 episodes would be good for something that's like should be short and fast paced.
Like a team up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also cope that Karen Page isn't just nagging the whole time, which she does in Daredevil, because she's kind of got that shorthand of the stick on the character-wise. She's just like the conscience is like, I just want to see him kill people. I don't need him to be morally conflicted. That's not the Punisher at all. Like, but my family is like, Frank, you're a good man. Frank Castle might be a good man, but he's also a bloodthirsty man. You don't need him to like.
I feel like Karen Page will try to change him, but like if he does, then like Frank would just immediately like shut her down. Like, hey, I like you and all that. Like, you're a nice person, but I do what I want.
But I like my gun better.
My gun's also named Karen Page.
If
With a wig on it.
if John Wick can be that insane because someone killed his dog, Frank Castle can do that because they killed his whole family.
Like,
Well, also, his wife died.
I said,
whole family.
No,
do
John
you know what
Wick.
abs are, John?
But
Shut up, Simon.
No, but they
but
didn't kill his wife.
I know, but
His wife died of cancer.
John Wick. That's gonna be the third movie. Is that John Wick kills cancer?
He's at the hospital, like where's the cancer tumor? He's with a gun. Bang. He's like, you're making it worse.
He kills 3 cancer tumors with a single pencil.
I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, but it looks great. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. A-okay. What? The cancer tumor thing?
Yeah.
No. I
Nope,
was
stop
laughing
coughing.
at something- I was laughing at something that was happening inside my head. Never mind. Carry on.
Okay. There's been some concept art for Godzilla and the King of Monsters. Adam, not Wingard. Maybe it's Wingard. I don't know who's directing this anymore. I'm confused. Thomas Middleditch, Bradley Whitford. I'm excited for it.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for it.
I'm also excited for it.
I really want to see King Ghidorah. That's his name, right?
Ghidorah.
Ghidorah, okay. I grew up in an American household. I'm sorry, Simon.
Keep-
I'm sorry my dad's not a weeaboo. I'm sorry my dad doesn't have anime tattooed on his body. I don't mean that. I love your dad.
He doesn't even have an anime tattoo.
His joke is because he's Godzilla, right? Right. I hope your dad does listen to this. That'd be kind of weird. I'm calling out. I don't want to say the full name, but...
Our audience is just all of our dads, and then some people at school who think we talk too much.
Porters cannot, does not know how to use the internet, so no.
So he plays jazz music out of his phone.
YouTube Red, I can listen to jazz music whenever I want. Jazz music 24 hours straight. It's okay. My brain's not working right. I'm a little sick. I'm not gonna go with this riff anymore. Okay. Terminator 6 will be directed by Tim Miller of Deadpool. I thought you were breaking my Olimar.
I thought you had a midlife crisis in the middle of that sentence.
Tim Miller of Deadpool fame will directing Terminator 6, and Linda Connor. Not Sarah Connor. Linda Hamilton will be back with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm excited. Not really, kind of. It makes sense.
I'm happy that they're putting it after Terminator 2, so we can forget about everything else.
They're pulling the Alien / Halloween.
Harriet.
I agree. I don't care about Terminator, but now it's Linda Hamilton.
I didn't care when they just said Terminator 6, but then as like more details started to come in, I became more hyped for it.
You think this is going to be a new trend that they only keep the good movies in a series and do a reboot with the old cast back, like Halloween or Alien, or what Neil Blomkamp was planning on doing in Alien?
Well, I mean, that's cool now, but it's gonna get old if like everybody keeps doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, like
the cinematic universe.
hip hop cinematic. There is a hip hop cinematic universe featuring the movie Notorious and the movie All Eyes on Me. They take place in the same universe.
Dark Universe.
Is that a race thing?
No. It was the Universal Monsters thing.
I just got done talking about the hip hop cinematic universe, and you immediately followed up by just saying Dark
It might
Universe.
be a racing because Johnny Depp's in it, so that's sad, man. There's $30,000 a month on wine. He's just drinking his sorrows away.
But another thing about this, like, going back to it, is, what about the movies that, like, you can't bring back famous people for? I mean, like, Neil Blomkamp would have brought... Was Sigourney Weaver going to be in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Sigourney Weaver to bring back for Alien. You have Arnold and Linda Hamilton to bring back for Terminator. You've got Jamie Lee Curtis to bring back for Halloween.
The entire Ghostbusters to bring back for Ghostbusters.
Nope.
One of them's
Harold Ramis
dead.
is dead, John.
All of them.
Actually,
He could be a ghost.
he technically was in... I actually asked Mr. Sign Movies a question. He was like, that might be a little disrespectful, you know?
Yeah.
Having him a ghost, but, like, Harold Ramis' head was actually on a bust in the new Ghostbusters, and I...
Was it actually his head?
Oh, that's sad. Rest in peace, Harold
But,
Ramis.
like, what if you wanted to do that for, like, one of the Friday the 13th movies? Like, you could do Tommy Jarvis, but there's not really a lot of recognizable characters in that franchise aside from Jason.
I feel like that's... Halloween's had a lot less than Friday the 13th, though, right?
Well, yeah, but throughout all the movies, Laurie Strode has always been there to establish the main character.
Hasn't she been in, like, 3 only?
She was in
Halloween H2O, or maybe Halloween 2?
Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O.
And that's all, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
So she's-
Laurie Strode was also in the two Rob Zombie movies, but it wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
But Michael Myers was like a kid, I thought, in this.
What?
Wait, but wasn't... Oh, wait. I didn't finish that movie, so did she become, like, full Michael Myers in that, or was he just a kid in it? Because I remember him
Yeah,
being a kid.
he becomes full Michael Myers.
Oh.
That's like most of the movie. How far did you get in?
Like, when he goes to prison. As
Yeah,
a child.
then he becomes an adult, and then Laurie Strode is there for 2 movies.
Interesting. I mean, but Jamie Lee Curtis was only in 3, and she died in H2O, right?
Did she?
I'm pretty sure she did.
This has been a long time since I saw that one.
But they're not counting
Jurassic
it.
World, that's what I was thinking of.
What?
I was trying to think of another movie that did that, where like they ignored the other movies in a franchise and brought back.
They don't really mention anything. Like, there's the one part where there's like, hey, that Jurassic Park shirt that Jurassic Park shirt's distasteful, and he's like, screw you.
Simon, they go into the original park. For me, it's not mentioned. I mean, I feel like they mentioned the original, but the 2 and 3 were on Isla Sonar, so I don't know if it really they didn't ignore it, but they didn't really. I don't know.
There wasn't really a reason to bring it up.
Yeah. And I don't know if they're still not in canon. I mean, I hope they are.
I think I heard somewhere that they weren't.
That's a shame because Lost World was a fantastic movie. And then third, Alan. So, it really makes you amazing. That's got a good cast. And then T-Rex shouldn't die. Okay, whatever.
Which one was Peter Stormare in? Was that Lost World?
No, we're
Yeah.
Lost World. They're a bunch of weird mercenaries, and the third one too. I kind of can't remember. So it's like, yeah.
Hey guys,
What?
going to my grandparents for dinner tonight.
You mean eating your backyard then?
What did you just say to me?
You're eating in your backyard then, like a filthy animal.
No, my other grandparents at Cherry Hill.
Oh.
They're leaving, by the way. They're going to like this retirement home.
You could have parties in your house, in your grandparents' house. Then
We could hold secret ritualistic meetings there. Yo, imagine
I'd
like
probably turn my
we can burn
Yo,
it down.
imagine like playing Manhunt at John's house at night with a bunch of people, and one person just goes into the house and stays there.
My dad will probably be using it as an office.
A whole lot.
It's like, I'm gonna hide out. No one said, don't go in there.
Jazz music.
Your jazz music is louder and louder, and you scream that it's flown through the window dead.
Like,
He gets thrown through the window dead, and it's like, don't go in the office. It's like cut into his chest. This jazz music is... See, that makes no sense to anybody else. I don't remember what we're talking about. Oh, yeah, we're talking about Jurassic World. And that could be for a disappointing sequel.
Yes.
Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. T6. Okay, we got. Quentin Tarantino says he would suspend his 10-movie rule to do a Star Trek movie. Do you think that'd be a good idea?
would it be a part of the Tarantino cinematic universe?
I don't like because he cast kind of washed their backers.
I want to see Quentin Tarantino invent new racial slurs for the space world.
You Klingons. But imagine like 86-year-old Shatner in the suit, like his like gut hanging out, like a shotgun phaser just blowing people's brains out.
Still better than the Orville.
Yeah, I've heard it gets better, actually. So I'm kind of like, so why is Scott Grimes in Russell Crowe's band? I'm very confused by that.
Why
Do you know
does
who
Russell
he is?
Crowe have a band?
Why are we were just talking about Quentin Tarantino.
Because I thought he mentioned Orville, but have you heard of Russell Crowe's band?
No.
I don't know. Mostly they're pretty bad. Because Russell Crowe can't sing.
Whitman's band.
I listen to Whitman all the time.
But Scott Grimes, who is Stan on American Dad, and he's in Orville, and he was in Critters 1 and 2, who's a young kid. He's like in Russell Crowe's band. I don't know how they met. They're like, what the purpose of
Did they
that
just
is.
sing the American Dad theme song? It's the only song they know how to play.
But yeah, I mean, I love Tarantino. I think it'd be interesting take, but I kind of wanted to do a Star Trek movie. That's a little...
I want to see Captain Kirk drop some hard R's.
Ooh. Yeah, Shatner would do it too, probably. He'd be like, I'll do whatever you give me for a paycheck.
Or the old suit.
There was someone on a podcast who said that Shatner actually like hates his fans. And like he'll tell them this to F off like whenever he sees them. Like
Did you just say someone on our podcast told us that?
on a podcast.
Oh,
it was
like how'd they get here?
It was Jeff Dye, who's on that show with Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman, and
Simon, how didn't they get here? The door is wide
and Henry
open.
Winkler. Like better late than never, where they go around the world and like they fart and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of a bad show. But Shatner's like this. I don't know, it's weird. But like, they were in a show in Japan. These like pod things, and like a naked Japanese businessman walked by, and Shatner's like, "Oh, I'm William Shatner. Something probably homophobic." I don't know. He's really active on Twitter. He's like a big Supernatural fan. Like that's weird. He really likes Supernatural. Okay, Tomb Raider trailer. Are John the only one that I've seen this, or do you watch it?
I did not watch it. However, I saw the movie poster where Lara Croft's neck is freakishly elongated, so she can like look behind her.
Elastigirl origin. That's a bad joke.
That was legit
Phineas and
horrifying.
Ferb.
Like, it was at least, like, my forearm. But however, like, the neck width. Just like...
That's, actually, maybe that might be true. Yeah.
That's unfortunately true.
I like the cast. Walton Goggins, Alicia Vikander.
I went away from the trailer not really remembering it that much because I just saw the Jumanji trailer.
They kind of blend together, right? Yeah.
Santa Claus.
And like another trailer, and they were like both like really like just great trailers.
They were both just
Lego
the same movie.
Ninjago's out.
I heard it was
Yeah.
good, but like
I heard
not
it was,
great.
Oh, I heard it was like a Lego straight to DVD movie more than a Lego movie.
I thought all Lego movies were straight to DVD.
The Lego movie.
Well, I know
the
that.
Lego Batman.
I know that,
movie?
but before
I mean
the Lego,
those kind of movies.
before the Lego
Yeah.
movie, they were all like Lego Star Wars 30-minute specials that would just come to DVD.
Clutch Powers. Ever
we don't,
heard
we
of
don't,
that?
we don't speak of Clutch Powers. You mean the show that you mean the movie they still play on Cartoon Network at 9
Yes.
p.m.
Yes.
This time Adult Swim is 9 p.m. time, so. King of the
Clutch
Hill's
Powers is not for the faint of heart.
King of the Hill or Family Guy's on that time.
Yeah, someone lost their just like their entire legs in that movie.
Oh, like in the first 5 minutes of Walk Hard. The car story where his brother gets
That's
a
the only
captain.
part of the movie that I needed to watch. Like when we saw that at the sleepover, I was like, you could just turn it off now. That's it. That's what I came here for.
Let's have a machete fight, do we? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think she jumps at one point and screams. She grabs onto like a broken bridge or something. I don't remember.
I don't know what we were talking about.
The
Oh,
problem
Tomb Raider,
is
right?
that like it's really hard to make video game movies because either they
Creed.
don't have a story or they have a story.
But
And the thing with not having a story is that you don't have a lot to go off of, and the thing with having a story is that you have to recreate that story without doing the same thing.
well, Tomb
Or
Raider.
maybe get people that know what they're doing. Don't get like
It's based off the Tomb Raider reboot.
don't get like 50-year-old men to write like a
Which-
story about a strong female character who has adventures.
Like the Tomb Raider that Isaiah never shuts up about, or Rise
Yeah.
of the Tomb Raider.
The
Okay,
one
that one has like a very clear story. There's not much room for them to be like, and then this crazy random thing happened. Like it has a clear beginning, middle, and end. And I think like
Well,
it's,
so how do you translate that story of like a 10-hour game into a two-hour movie?
Like there are parts that you can shorten.
there's a lot of like, you know, fetch quests where you got to go around the island and find stuff. They don't have to do that.
True. I mean, I don't know. It might be good, but
Like,
also
I feel like
eh.
video games could be much better TV series, especially Assassin's Creed, where it like follows two plots, one present and one in past.
And there's a lot of assassins. Like I don't want a lot of assassin movies. I-
miniseries. Yeah, do like an hour focus on each. Do like eight part. Or do like or miniseries? Do like a
I feel like
6
it should be
episode
like
per season.
I feel like it should be like Arrow, where like you have part of it in the present day and part of it flashback to.
Is it just me, or do you not care about all the present day stuff? I'd rather to see.
I don't care. I don't care about the
if
present
it
day
were
stuff.
if it were just like past day, like past tense, then it could probably be a good movie.
I've said that so often, as though like when I first like found out about the series.
Especially in Assassin's Creed 3, when you finally get the assassin robes, and then you go into present day. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
We get it, John. You've only ever played Assassin's Creed 3.
Black Flag, the entire Ezio trilogy, Unity, Syndicate. Yes, I sat through those last two.
Hey, Syndicate was okay. It wasn't that great, but I enjoyed it.
The carriages. You could just absolutely destroy everyone.
Jack the Ripper was in it.
Only in a
Assassin.
paid DLC.
They ruined Jack the Ripper in that. They made him an assassin.
Oh, that's stupid.
They made him an assassin that turned.
He mutilated hookers' bodies. How do you spin that?
Jacob should have been the Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, that's what everyone thought, but then no, he didn't. Everyone thought that he was killed by Jack the Ripper, but no, they chickened out of that too.
Jacob? I don't know who Jacob is.
The assassin in Syndicate.
main,
Wow.
assassin.
I gotcha. Interesting. Okay.
That's actually a good segue. I'm working on a new video essay focusing on how to fix Connor from Assassin's Creed 3.
Okay, we should probably get, like, I would say in October, next weekend, let's start working on our first Halloween video, okay?
It's time to get spooky.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Okay, quick little,
I'm just excited for our Christmas special.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
We need to make a short film for Christmas.
I agree for that. Has to be a lot of snow in it, and someone eating snow.
We have to just have a scene where someone like just comes out and says, "Congratulations, Bozo, you ruined Christmas."
Okay, so Jumanji, Karen Gillan's kind of in a skimpy outfit, and they say it makes sense to the movie. I'm guessing it's not going to make sense to my show Karen Gillan.
It kind of does because the movie takes place in a '90s video game.
And because Dwayne Johnson said so. Dwayne Johnson picked out the outfits for everybody.
Dwayne Johnson says so it makes sense.
Santa Claus.
Kevin Hart's kind of a bad guy, so it's like I'm a little less excited now.
What do you mean he's kind of a bad guy? Like
He,
a bad person in real life, or like a
Bad
bad
person
guy?
in real life, yeah. Like he
Oh.
cheated on his first wife with his new wife, and then cheated on his pregnant new wife with someone else. Who he's kind of a trash person. You know, he donated money.
But he can do the face. He can do the Kevin Hart face.
Yeah. I mean, Dwayne Johnson looks good. I'm kind of getting a little sick of Dwayne Johnson, to be honest. So I'm really excited for
Everyone's worried about Karen Gillan's skimpy outfit, but no one's focusing on Jack Black's outfit.
No one's focusing on in the trailer when Jack Black gets eaten by a hippo and dies.
he respawns. They show
They
it.
have 3 lives.
Rise Darby's in it too from Flight of Conchords. I'm excited about that. And Nick Jonas, I don't care about him at all.
Why is Nick Jonas? Oh, I do remember
His
him.
career's dying.
Nick Jonas wanted to make a R-rated Camp Rock sequel.
He
I'd
was
let
on
him-
screen
I'd let
things. His career's doing pretty well, actually.
I'd let him do that. I'd let him make another Camp Rock movie.
I let Nick Jonas do anything. No, I mean, like, so I'm kind of excited with Dwayne Johnson, not for Kevin Hart, 'cause I like Kevin Hart's stand-up in his movies. Not Nick Jonas. I don't
I'm
know.
excited for Jack Black.
I love Jack Black
surprisingly.
so much. Watch his movie.
Kung Fu Panda.
That's it on
I thought
Netflix.
you were gonna say Kung Fury.
Like, he has like 15 movies on Netflix that are all really good. Like, just go through Jack Black stuff. Like,
The original Kung Fu Panda is actually a good.
I like Kung Fu
They're all
3
good
a lot.
movies.
That's actually a good DreamWorks movie, which there's not a lot of because DreamWorks doesn't have.
Kung Fu
their
Panda is
magic
great.
I
Or
will
Kung Fu
argue
3.
that all 3 of them are good movies. However, the second one was easily the weakest link.
I think the third one's really good too. But
I've never seen the third one.
it's one named after I saw in theaters, John. Get on my level.
I know.
It's-
I saw your review on it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's named after his band. It's him as bandmate, and like got a bunch of weird like rock star cameos, and like Tim Robbins is like a crazy guy. Like Tim Robbins, like the guy from Shawshank Redemption. He's in it. It's kind of weird. Like, but comedians and rock stars like and Ben Stiller produced it. It's like what I can't remember like what his band's called. Do you remember?
No, I didn't know he had a band.
Tenacious D, I think. Yeah, that's it. And that's a pretty good movie. Okay, John, you want to do a quick recap of the episode of DuckTales, or the 2 episodes?
Ooh woo.
There was one episode today.
Was it
Or
the same
last
episode?
week.
Was it the same episode that we saw?
No.
I saw 2
it was new
episodes. I saw one with them at the Kid Ref place, and I saw one at Scrooge McDuck's vault.
I did not see the one at Scrooge McDuck's vault.
It's really good. It's got Gyro Gearloose, or whatever his name is, and he's an inventor, and he's given like the key work to make the Iron Man duck suit. I forget what it's called.
Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo duck suit, yeah. He's and Nicholas the groundwork for that, and Blue One and Webby are investigating.
Huey and Webby.
Are investigating.
It's the blue
and-
one.
Are
I thought Dewey was the blue one.
yeah.
It's. Oh
Right?
no, it is Dewey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I know that, but John didn't?
Huey, Dewey, Louie. You need to remember
They're
that.
investigating Dewey's mom, Della Duck, whatever her name was. This goes to a library
Oh.
thing.
Oh, so they do follow up on that.
Yeah, this be like a.
How would you not follow up on that?
I don't know.
So I don't know, but
I didn't know there were at least 2 episodes. I saw the one with the Beagle Boys, which I really liked.
that was good. Yeah. The Beagle Boys. Okay.
I just remember that one YouTube video where it's the
Oh, yeah.
what video?
What did you just say?
You said-
You're the one who brought it up.
Yeah.
No, I didn't finish my sentence. I said the reason I was laughing is because I just remembered this video that I saw once where I showed it to both of you, but it's like the guy on Club Penguin where he does the computer thing to make all the various versions of his character. They all play the trumpet at once while the song Brother Man Bill plays in the background.
No, what? Well, I'm thinking of.
What did you
a
think
video-
I said?
We were thinking of the one where they kidnapped
Yeah,
Webby.
yeah. That video, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Hell, SWAT comes in to
SWAT
kill
comes
the
in.
Beagle Boys, right?
No, the Beagle Boy kills. No, the Beagle Boy tries to kill himself, but they take him down.
And Scrooge McDuck is like a pedophile.
Scrooge McDuck got the money from them.
Yeah. Ooh, I had to think about it for a while. Okay.
I forgot about that entirely.
Kingsman 2. Non-spoiler. I'll do non-spoiler first. It's okay. Not as good as the original, but not as bad as everyone else
Did
says.
we really expect it to be as good as the original? I mean, I expected it to be as good as the
Matthew
original.
Vaughn's pretty great. I don't know.
That's just the thing with like sequels. We'll get into that later, I guess.
Not
So,
really true. I mean,
Was there ever a follow-up to the Kingsman graphic novel? Because I don't know.
it's coming out, either just came out or it's coming out soon.
I was gonna say, because like, it seems like there was less.
Though, if someone wants to read that, it's actually currently in my bookshelf. It's really good.
I own it.
Ow.
It's very good.
I'm
You can
good.
read it if you want. Okay.
I'm good. I haven't even seen the original Kingsman.
You haven't?
You
No,
have
I
it?
haven't.
Oh my god.
Okay. If I wasn't
Go to the corner.
if I wasn't extremely
We
tired,
moved locations, Simon.
The corner's still over there.
if I wasn't extremely tired and busy, I would actually have you guys watch it right now. But maybe another day, maybe next week, either Friday, and watch it.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
All right, it's a fantastic movie. Samuel L. Jackson is great in it. So, maybe that. Okay, I don't got no spoilers. Elton John's in it way too much. Like, I thought he was gonna.
I heard that Channing Tatum was in it.
Barely
too
in
little.
it. Like, it's like they swapped out. And Jeff. Okay, who did you mean less? Jeff Bridges. They are barely in it.
He's the giver.
Joe. He's
It's
doing
on
like
Netflix now.
he's doing like ads. And he's like he's doing this weird ad where he's talking to himself in like an old. He's a cowboy. How it makes no sense. It's like for like Yelp or I don't remember what it is, maybe Lyft. He's like, doesn't matter where you're going as long as you get there. I'm like, oh, what are you doing, Jeff Bridges? So Harry's back. I actually liked that he's back at first. I was like, he doesn't need to be back. His death was. That's the thing though. Kingsman has no stakes. So that makes he doesn't believe the characters can actually. There is no grass in this movie, and I don't believe the characters have any real danger.
I'm sure it's a wacky British dude
So-
having a good time.
But I'll say, is Merlin dies in this, and
Mr. Sp-
his death was
No.
his death was effective. But at the same time, I'm like, is he just gonna come back for the next movie? Because they showed how you can cheat death in this movie with Harry. So is he just gonna come back? He actually has a really great death. So also it sets up the same way in the third act of how Eggsy gets really upset in his emotional fight. In the third one, because Harry dies, but they do it just with Merlin, 2 people this time. It hits a lot of the same notes as the first one, which also is still very unique. What he does is Merlin likes that song "Country Road" by John Denver. You know that song?
No.
Take me home.
Why does every Channing
Country
Tatum
Road.
movie have that song in it?
Take on me.
No, so
Take on
and it's pretty great though. They do a Scottish version of at bagpipes. And he's singing it really proud because he's on a landmine because Eggsy hits on it, even though they have a minesweeper and they didn't use the minesweeper. It's really stupid. He knocks Eggsy off, Egg gets on, and his other guards come to him. He's singing that song as like bagpipe in distance, and he punches the guy and jumps off and blows up other people. It's such a good death. It's something I'm like, he might be back. I don't know. I was like, oh, good death. Also, I don't know. There's no stakes. Eggsy Eggsy somehow body strength. He flings himself off a corridor onto the roof. There's no sense of gravity. They're doing flips left to right.
So, wait, hold on. You have Logan Lucky, which had that same song in it.
It did. You're right. Yeah.
And Kingsman now. Will we see Lego Superman sing the song?
Channing Tatum is great. I loved him in this movie, but he's so underused. Like he's literally in.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Like he's in the first. He's like you first meet him, then he's in like one other scene when he's interrogating them. Then he goes into the coma because he smoked some pot or something like that. I don't know.
What?
Hold
What?
on. So here's the thing. It's the character named Poppy, played by Julianne Moore, who her plot stumps. She's it's a good performance, but she dies way too easily, and she's pretty much Samuel L. Jackson. Like she's like a eccentric entrepreneur, American like that. But her thing is she's the richest person in the world because she's a drug dealer, and she like transports all the world's drug source. So she wants to be rich, known, and loved. So she's already rich, but she wants to be like known and loved too. But then her plan is she poisons all the drug source. So everyone that if the president doesn't make drugs legal and do it a controlled thing, everyone's gonna die.
It's the most 2017 thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. So, but like she wants to, but I don't get it. 'Cause she wants to be loved. She's like that classic American girl. She wants to be loved and like she's gonna be a fan. Everyone's gonna hate her. Also, she's gonna make a lot less money if it's like a tax controlled market that she's running. it's kind of weird.
That
It's not that dumb, but it's pretty dumb.
it sounds like Halloween 3, but with drugs.
Also, the president of the first Kingsman, he was a tall black dude. In this, now he's a southern white man.
Do
Old white
you
man.
understand? Do you understand the passing of power between presidents?
Yeah, and he's like, let them all die. I'll be the best president. And then he gets impeached because he's like I don't see how he didn't think that would knock his way. Because then they get the cure, and he's like, oh, I would have let like millions of people die just because.
Then
And,
he went on Twitter and called Elton John Rocket Man.
And, and then vice president, like I don't know, it's Eggsy also has to. I'm not getting that. This is PG, but his girlfriend's affected too because she gets upset at Eggsy because he had to do something devious for a mission. He asked her permission. She got upset. He marries her at the end, kind of predictable. But she's like sick too, so she might die. So they kill his dog and his best friend, and they kill off the female Kingsman in the first one. And it's like,
Oh, yeah,
it's
that
not,
one.
It's not really real stakes because like you barely know her because she was like half the focus of the first movie, and then she's like in there for like 3 minutes and dies. So it's like. Also, Channing Tatum's gonna be a new British Kingsman now, like, But I also love Channing Tatum, so I'm like, I want to see him more in the series.
American people can't do British accents.
My name.
No,
is
he's not
Jeff.
doing a British accent. He's just gonna be like, because all the Kingsmen are dead besides Merlin and Eggsy and Harry. So it's like he's gonna be like, and because they were cousins, but now they're like this line's like, our fellow Kingsmen, they were cousins, and now they're joining the good old business of liquor. They're now our brothers. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then at the end, it's like they rebuild the shop because now they're like a joint venture. So everyone's gonna come back. I like because I like to see his characters more. And Tatum's a little he's in a tight suit and a little bowl cap on, not bowl cap. Yeah, but
Bowler hat.
bowler hat. Yeah. So I like to see Channing Tatum more. Enough. The statesman that's used the most is probably Halle Berry as Agent Ginger Ale. And there's a whole kind of weird subplot with her and Pedro Pascal, who's also bad too, because his wife was killed by a drug dealer, so he wants everyone to die as a junkie, and then they shove him in a meat grinder. So he was kind of a weak character, but like Harry knew it, Harry knew he was bad, and so he shoots him, but like he comes back to life because they have a way like to prevent brain injuries. It's really everyone can cheat death now, so it's like, but you know Harry's good, so you know he's truly not crazy. Like you know something's wrong, so that was like, oh, he's gonna come back. He's gonna be bad then.
Who's the guy with the laser whip?
That's him.
Ow.
He's bad. Also, Harry wanted to be a butterfly person. And when he was younger, he wanted to be someone who studies butterflies. I don't know what that's called.
Hematologist.
Yeah, so
Entomologist.
entomologist, some of that.
How do you know that?
It's bugs. It's just bugs in general. There's no specific study of butterflies.
I'm pretty sure it is because I don't think they have the name for it. But
It would be monarchology.
it's not that. But so
Yeah,
Harry's
it
like
is.
he's like since his brain was really bad, he's like in the mind state of like 20-year-old self. They're trying to trigger it, but he's still kind of crazy. He like sees butterflies, and that's really stupid. I think like he could just had it be like his vision that's like skewed. You know, to have it like, oh, I'm seeing butterflies. Like trying to do something. He's like, ooh, there's like butterflies everywhere. Harry was great though. At first I didn't want him back. I'm like, this makes his death not worth it. But he actually, in the end, I was like, okay, I kind of like how he's back. Like Elton John's used way too much. Elton John has a fight scene. It's so on the nose.
Did they play an Elton John song while he was fighting?
Yes.
Yes.
And like he's in a feathered suit and he's like doing like karate kicks and just knocks out guards. He turns the camera and winks. I'm like, that's too on the nose. And he literally saves Harry and saves Eggsy, and he's like, and then Harry out of Harry's like, Sir Elton, is it something about how, can you get me like two tickets to your next show? It's like, honey, if you say the word, I'll get you backstage passes.
Is he actually Elton John in this movie?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No.
I thought he was just playing a character. Oh my god.
Because he's Poppy's favorite singer, and while Sam Jackson Valentine was like kidnapping like celebrities, like she was like, I might as well kidnap my favorite celebrity. He's been held captive, like playing music for her, and the fight scene is set to Saturday Night's All Right, and look, great song, it fit the scene well. It was a great action scene, but I'm pretty sure the only reason they had him in this movie was they wanted to use that song, and then he's like, I want to be in the movie. You can't use it unless I'm in the movie. Like,
I want to see the movie just for Harry asking Elton John for concert tickets.
yeah, and like, cause like, and there's these robot dogs. They're named Benny and they're named Benny and Jet, and the Dane team has a best friend. So they're trying to kill Harry. He's like in the way, and Harry's like him with a bowling ball. It's so much of it's good. So much of it's really terrible. I mean, this is a weird like sexist plot with like, Agent Tequila? No, not Agent Tequila. Agent Whiskey, who's that's the guy to whip Pedro Pascal, and like he doesn't want Halle Berry to be a statesman, even though she's tried so many times. So she's like the tech one. It's really weird how it's kind of out of the blue how he doesn't want her to be a statesman, and once he dies, she takes his role.
Nice try, but we're the states men, not the states people.
Which
I'm gonna be cold in the ground before we call ourselves the states people.
Halle Berry's great, so I'm like, okay, cool for that. But there's also an Asian woman statesman, so I was like,
Wait a minute.
so
Hold
like,
on a sec.
how did she get voted in if Pedro Pascal's racist or not racist? If he's sexist, maybe racist too. Everybody's black, but Halle Berry's great in the movie. Her and Merlin share most of the scenes together.
Tatum is black.
He actually dances one scene, like
Did you do the Magic Mike dance?
like he gets gets the disease, disappears for like a while, and then like he's just dancing one scene, and he does that, and then they freeze him so he doesn't die. And he does that, and
Did they freeze him mid dance? Where they just
No, he's just dancing and he collapses.
there's like, hey Tequila, why don't you show some dance moves? Then he's just like, I'm sorry, but we gotta put you down now. And then they put him on ice.
And Jeff Bridges is barely in. He's in like 3 scenes. Like he's like the head of the statesman. I mean, I hope they all come back.
I hope Elton John comes back.
I really I thought he was funny, but he was way too integral to the plot. Like literally, I sighed in the movie. Like literally, I was like, okay, he's in a fight scene. That's funny. He's like dancing. He's like slamming a piano. One guy's hand. Okay, this is kind of funny. And then I said he leaves slow-mo, kicks a guy in the face, and turns to the camera and winks and smiles. I'm like, are you getting that self-referential? It goes for the humor way more than the first one.
Why didn't they let Mark Hamill do that in the first one? I want to see that.
He's like, oh, I got a lightsaber. I'm Luke Skywalker.
And his head blows up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like they went for less character, more comedy, and the character stuff didn't work as well. So I give like a 6 out of 10, maybe 6.0. Like I get a fresh Rotten Tomatoes, but definitely a major disappointment overall.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of disappointing movies,
Disappointing movie sequels. Let's go. I haven't thought of any besides this one. So Simon can start.
Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, not the remake, because
Halloween 3 is great. I'm gonna say it.
Halloween 3 is great, but we're gonna be talking about Halloween 2 because Halloween 2 is
I haven't seen this, so you can.
Halloween 2 is one of my guilty pleasures. It's an okay movie. It's not good, but it's not really bad. However, if you play it immediately after you watch the first Halloween, it's just trash. Like, it's so... What?
I can't speak. I was trying to say did John Carpenter, but I said did Japanese. Did John Carpenter make this one?
I'm pretty sure John Carpenter made this one.
Do you want me to check?
Sure. I'm very certain that he did, though. But, it takes place immediately after the first Halloween, so good job to them for getting that right. And it's like Michael Myers is in a hospital. He's trying to kill Laurie Strode, who's in the same hospital. But it's it's a really underpopulated hospital. There's like no people around. It's just disappointing because if you let Michael Myers rampage inside of like a full hospital of people, that would be so much more enjoyable to watch because like
He did not.
He did not do it?
He did not, no.
Oh wow. He came back for the third one though.
He did?
He had some kind of involvement in Halloween 3 because I have the poster and his name is on it.
I'll check. I don't see him though.
Maybe he did the music for the third one.
He probably was a producer on it.
Yeah.
Halloween 2 producer, Halloween 3 producer, yeah.
Yeah. So he was involved with these movies. But
He directed Halloween 2. Rick Rosenthal. What did he do? Oh, he did all the bad ones. He did Halloween Resurrection, Halloween 2, Bad Boys with Sean Penn and American Dreamer.
But yeah, it's an okay movie on its own.
No!
It's an okay movie on its own, but it's not that great when compared to the other ones.
Fair enough.
What about you, John? Any disappointing movie sequels?
I've thought of a few. The one that comes to mind most, since it's the most recent out of all of them, is
Guardians 2? Oh, no.
Cars 3.
Cars 3 wasn't that disappointing.
No, but like...
Yeah, compared to the
No,
second
I
one
actually went into it with very low expectations because honestly, it's Cars 3.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I think it's the best one out of 3.
I was just expecting like more to do with the like crash, and like they don't really focus on the crash. It's more
Bernstein.
before the crash, like, and then after the crash.
I wish they had just done Logan, but with cars.
I honestly wish they did that too.
Kind of did.
But yeah.
The little younger car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should I have one too then? Or what do you want to expand?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Guardians 2?
Guardians 2 was so forgettable.
Yeah, like, and it went for, once again, just like Kingsman 2, went for way more comedy than heart like the original one did. And
People were laughing too much, and they were laughing loudly.
yeah, it went.
John, you went to see a Marvel movie, buddy.
No,
People
but,
laugh.
like,
They're supposed to laugh.
But there's like,
no.
like-
I mean like.
supposed to like
they
Winter
were
Soldier.
laughing-
Yeah, it's like Winter Soldier, or like even Civil War. They got like nice jokes spread
Yeah,
throughout.
but still, like,
in.
no one's laughing like ah,
Oh
in
my
those
God.
movies.
Oh my god, look at that spike.
Yeah, like there was. I feel like there wasn't much heart. I think the ego thing. I don't mind Ego as a villain, but he was also.
Ego as a,
But he could have been a lot better.
I liked Ego as a villain, but I don't even remember
I
what his...
liked him better as Peter's dad.
I agree.
Peter, I'm your dad.
Hey, Peter, I'm your dad.
But I liked Ego as a villain, but I really don't remember what he was trying to do. I think he was like
trying to spread his seeds out the universes, right? And he killed his. See, I think the only reason why I like Ego as a villain is because I love his acting and the chemistry with Chris Pratt. I thought that was really good. And when he says, okay, not a great villain, I'll say it, but when he says that he killed his mom, like, I thought that was so much better than anything that Batman vs Superman could do.
I gasped. I was like,
Because Chris Pratt, good actor. I thought he was great, and he was he just showed no hesitation. His face was dead. I thought that was a really good scene.
yeah.
Yeah.
And all the Yondu stuff's good.
Yeah, and then the way the camera they did the zoom where the camera's physically moving back, but they're zooming in on
Face,
his
yeah.
face. Jaws.
Yondu was good. Baby Groot was good for the opening. I like the opening, but I think
Yeah.
it kind of got a bit annoying.
I like the
I
scene where
like the scene where he's just walking in a hallway, just super sad and wet in the little Ravager outfit.
Mantis was kind of a stereotype. Yeah, right.
Drax. I don't like. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't like what they did to Drax. In the first one, his comedy style was just he was so funny because he didn't understand any of the jokes that any of the other ones were making,
Yeah.
and then in the second movie, everything he says has to involve genitalia.
Yeah, he was really sex-centered and kind of
In the second movie, he's penis, penis, penis. That's
went-
all he said.
he was too jokey too, like you said. I don't know.
and his laugh is super loud. I'm fine with Drax having that really loud laugh, but everyone having that really loud laugh, like, you know, like all of the Ravagers, and it just got annoying after a certain point.
See, and they're all the tension scenes got kind of taken out almost.
Yeah.
Like in the first one, I liked the whole dance battle thing. I think it kind of worked, but
Yeah.
I don't think it didn't work in this one.
People keep complaining about people still complain about the dance off in 2014 as though it was like some major plot point.
Anyway, Ronan was a bad villain. There was no saving him at the end, so I like that personally. Do you guys have any more?
Predator 2 was not that bad. Well, no. Oh, wait. I forgot what we were talking about.
I have one.
But Predator 2 was bad. But it wasn't a bad movie. It was a disappointing movie because everyone keeps saying that like Predator 2 is the worst Predator movie of all time, and it's not. It was fun, and
There are many good Predator movies.
there's 3 of them, and one of them is good, one of them's okay, and one of them's bad, and they're in that direct order.
Okay, fair enough.
But people keep complaining that like Predator 2, as much as I don't like it, it did the most for the franchise overall because like literally every comic book after that, like every other like form of media was inspired by Predator 2. The idea of like the Predator being in an urban area, like there's so much kind of like fan service to that, and it's all because of this movie that you keep pretending that you don't like.
And it gives us the fact that Bill Paxton's only actor is being killed by a Terminator, Predator, and Alien.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. And Phil Coulson.
Yeah.
Phil Coulson was also killed by an alien, Predator, and Terminator.
He killed Bill Paxton.
In real life.
I made you have that heart attack. What a shame. Great actor. All right. DeVeers.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
What's the first one that I didn't have much expectations?
I didn't even know they were making a second one. Like,
No, the first one, the thing about it was, like, I liked how they were focusing more on, is Spider-Man really, like, the big hero? They were focusing on hero or
big man on
menace.
campus. Big man. Big
And I
shoes.
like that, and I feel like if they were to expand on that, it would have been good. Also, have you seen, like, the original ending?
No.
is
Okay.
that the one where
It's with Peter's dad.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. While the scene seemed a bit forced, it probably has the best acting in the movie from Andrew Garfield.
But one of the things is Spider-Man's parents stay dead. So why would they?
Yes, in the comic books, they brought back like these robot clones of his parents to try and trick him, and then like those robot clones would kill him, but that didn't work.
I mean, they like Martha Wayne and Thomas Wayne. Keep them dead. Supposedly, like
Haven't they?
Jor-El's back too. Supposedly.
Yeah, Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
I
I'm Mr. Oz. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Dr. Oz.
Really?
I can't believe DC would name a character Dr. Oz.
Doesn't even like Ozymandias would really he's Dr. Phil.
Because in the DC chat, a bunch of people were like, "So who
Yeah.
do you guys think Dr. Oz is?" I thought they were talking about like the real person, Dr. Oz. I was like, I think he's just Dr. Oz.
Actually, for Doomsday or Doomsday Clock, right? It's good.
Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, Doomsday Clock.
It's gonna be good. Okay. What was the point you're making? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen
I
it.
feel like also it could have been like good if they focused more on Electro than just having like a bunch of the other villains forced.
Green Goblin didn't have to be in that movie.
Norman Osborn died. In one
Harry
scene.
Osborn didn't need to rush to make the cure for the Goblin illness that his dad had for like 60 years.
It's like, oh, I see, son. You're taking your sweet ass time with that cure, but now that it's your problem, now you need that cure.
Chris Cooper is a better villain in the Muppets than he is in the movie. He's only in one scene and dies of the Goblin disease.
The Goblin disease. Your body is ravaged by tiny goblins.
Is the worst.
Your,
Paul,
your body is constantly being ravaged by tiny goblins.
Paul Giamatti's bad as Rhino.
Rhino, that was like just the fact that one scene with him like about to like attack Rhino was the money shot was just terrible.
And
that it ended the movie.
Electro was pretty bad too.
The suit is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Jamie Foxx, but I don't know what he's in a different movie. He's like in a Tim Burton Batman movie. He's so like he's too cartoony.
Spider-Man said something
No.
to him once, and he kind of like went off on that.
No,
Yeah.
Max Dillon was bad, but I feel like Electro was like better.
But he had no motivation. He just was a crazy person.
Yeah,
He was crazy just because.
that's true.
I mean, and they kind of I saw it when I liked it. I was like in 6th grade.
Well, yeah, I saw it when I saw it. I was like, "Yo, this is actually good."
And then I started watching it like 7th grade. Like, oh my god, what is this movie?
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
The first scene where we see Spider-Man for like the first like those like 10 minutes where he's like
yeah.
Attacking like Rhino when he's doing that heist with the Oscorp armored truck. That was a good scene.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like they could have like focused more on like the hero or menace from the first movie.
Paul Giamatti was a Slav in that movie. He's a real Slavic mate. He had the tracksuit. He had the squat.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much all.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go, man. The sound, Simon. You take us out.
This has been the Red Delicious podcast. Come back next week for more
This has been the Red
shenanigans.
Delicious podcast signing out. Bye.